Welcome back. You're with us on Bazaar Morning Call. The cues are positive. We're expecting the start to be on the positive side. Look at that implied open. That's a major gap. So let's see if indeed it turns out to be that way. But the short point is start is positive and then we'll see what happens from there. Time to talk individual stocks. Our team is standing by with the CNBC-TV18 list of top stocks to watch. Guys, happy Monday to all of you. Lots of names on the radar. Vivek, I think we have Vivek there. So let's start off with Zomato and JSW Steel. There's going to be a swap on the Sensex. I think December 23, Vivek?
Absolutely right. Good morning. That's right. So Zomato will come into the BSE Sensex index, and this will be at the cost of JSW Steel. Now, as per IFL Alt, the flow estimates for this particular swap, Zomato is expected to see inflows of a little over $450 million, while JSW Steel will see outflows of around $250 million. Like I said, changes will be effective at open of Monday, December 23rd. So the preceding Friday is when the actual adjustments will take place in trade.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Vivek, and good to see you back. And congratulations, a couple of breaks even on leave. So well done, Vivek. And I believe there are a couple of more this week. So let's stay tuned for that. Thanks, Vivek, for that. Well, let's hop across to Abhishek. He's here to tell us about SBI Cards. Morning, Abhishek. Hope you had a good birthday over the weekend.
Well, the birthday was good. I think the festive season has been strong with respect to credit card momentum that you are seeing in October of 2024. Card issuances growth rate is coming down. It has now come down to 12.9% YOY at about 0.7% sequentially. But what's heartening to see is the spends that have increased massively. So spends have increased massively by 14.5% month on month, which is a very strong number. Average ticket size hence is up about 13.7% on a month-on-month basis, and SBI Card also saw increase in its market share on spends front. So card issuances for SBI Card was up 9.6% YOY at about 1.1% on a month-on-month basis. Spends are down 10% YOY, but they have increased by 14.9% on a month-on-month basis. So average ticket size is up 13.5% month-on-month. And if you take a look at their market share with respect to cards, it's at 18.53% versus 18.46% on a month-on-month basis, and even the spends market share has increased to 15.78% versus 15.72% in the previous month. So you can expect a bit of green on SBI Cards today. Back to you.
All right, some improvement at the margin. Abhishek, thank you very much for that. Well, let's move on and let's look at Aurobindo Pharma and Alembic Pharma. Sudh is here with details. Good morning.
Morning, Prashant. So it's a bit tough to talk any negative news for today, as GIFT Nifty is indicating a start for our market with a gain of more than 400 points. But nevertheless, first one is Alembic Pharma. US FDA has issued 5 observations for its solid oral formulation facility at Jarod in Gujarat. And remember, this plant was inspected from November 14 to 22, 2024. But company says this was a scheduled good manufacturing practice inspection, and it will provide all the details to US FDA in a stipulated time. Before this plant was inspected in December 2022, and US FDA had cleared and issued establishment inspection report in March 2023. But again, this plant is in focus. Next news is about Aurobindo Pharma. Company has signed collaboration license agreement with a global pharma major for respiratory drugs. Due to confidential issue, company has not named about the global pharma major, but it says overall investments for this agreement to be capped at $90 million. That $90 million investment will be made by the company, and before this upfront payment, company will be making of $25 million, and this deal would be for 3 to 5 years, where both companies, that global pharma major and Aurobindo Pharma, will have exclusive rights to develop the products, while this global pharma major will be manufacturing the products. So Aurobindo Pharma green and Alembic Pharma red.
A mysterious global pharma company. We'll have to wait to know the name. All right, got it. Sudarshan, thanks very much for that. Back to Vivek. Vivek, you're watching out for CESC and HG Infra, I believe. What's the news?
Well, good morning. That's right. So when you're talking about CESC, it's an important development. Now, the company, this has been in the works for quite some time. It was delayed due to various regulatory hurdles, but now all of them has cleared. the company's subsidiary known as Eminent Electricity Distribution has received the LOI for acquiring a 100% stake in Chandigarh Discom. So there has been a privatization of Union Territories Discoms, and CESC has now won the entire Chandigarh Discom. What was the CESC acquisition bid? At close to 871 crore. This is an important Discom in terms of number one, concession period of almost 25 years, number of consumers 2.4 lakhs, energy bill at close to 1.6 billion units, and tariff, for this particular Discom is at 5.61 per kilowatt hours. Now, when you're talking about this particular stake, look at the valuation is around 3.5 to 4 times the current regulated equity of a little over 200 crore rupees. So it's a good deal as far as CESC is concerned. Expect some green in the stock today. Now, talking about HG Infra, an interesting development here as well. Company has received a letter of award from NTPC Vidyut Vyapar Nigam. They're going to set up close to 500 megawatt, which is availability of close to 1000 megawatt hour standalone battery energy storage system. Order size again of 181 megawatt, availability of close to 370 megawatt hour. Completion period that the company expects is close to 1.5 years. Tariff rate at almost 2.38 lakh rupees a megawatt per month. So again, positive development as far as HG Infra is concerned.
All right, Vivek, thank you very much for that. More stocks with news flow. Vamakshi standing by with that list. Vamakshi, morning.
Well, good morning, Prashant. Let me first start off with Time Technoplast, expecting a green on this counter, and that is because they've received approval from PESO, that is Petroleum and Explosive Safety Organization. This is for manufacture and supply of high-pressure Type 3 fully wrapped fiber reinforced composite cylinders. These cylinders will be used for storing hydrogen to power fuel cell-driven unmanned aerial vehicles and drone applications. And this is a significant development because it is the first company in India to get such an approval. So going with the green for Time Technoplast. RITES is another counter that is expected to open higher today, and that is because they've received revised estimates for its railway electrification project from Northeast Frontier Railway, and the revised total cost stands at 532 odd crores as compared to 288 crores seen earlier. Mahindra Lifespace going with a green for this counter as well, and that is because its unit Mahindra World City Developers has announced the second phase of its industrial parks project in Tamil Nadu in partnership with Sumitomo Corporation of Japan. Additionally, a supplement agreement has been signed for investment of 225 crores, which will be made by Mahindra Lifespace's unit and Sumitomo in Mahindra Industrial Park Chennai in proportion to their shareholding.
Okay, all right, Vamakshi, thanks a lot for that. Well, let's do a quick recap of all the top stocks we covered for you. The ones with positive news flow include Zomato, SBI Cards, Pharma, CESC, HG Infra, Time Technoplast, RITES and Mahindra Lifespaces. While stocks with negative news flow include JSW Steel and Alembic Pharma.
Okay, well, we'll take a quick commercial break here, but on the other side, you'll hear from Prakash Diwan. We talk about specific stocks, and we'll also have Peter Maguire, CEO at Exim Australia, to discuss the surge in oil prices. Stay tuned, that's coming up.